What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Kamario Palmer, INC, and I'm back to help you break down your case. And I'm talking all the way down to the bone gristle. So look, hey, a little chocolate ass boy from the ghetto, Groveview Terrace, is teaching y'all niggas Latin. I'm teaching y'all niggas Latin so that you can go and break those cases down. So I got another special Latin term for you that I use to beat a federal gun charge, a 922G. I use Habeas Corpus to beat my 922G in 2012 is when it got finalized, 13 or something like that. In 2013 is when it got finalized, but I put it in 2011. I also got out the feds, y'all, felon, and got jammed up with some more blammers, right? Got caught with 2 more blammers. Beat that charge too with this term called Habeas Corpus. Let me explain to you what it is, what it means, how you can use it, and everything. All right, so let's start. Habeas Corpus is a Latin term. It means you shall have the body. It's a powerful tool used to challenge unlawful detention of imprisonment. The first time I heard about a Habeas Corpus, I was rotting away in a federal detention center when a motherfucker that looked like Black Jesus walked in my cell block and asked everybody in my cell block, do anybody want to learn how to get out of prison? Do anybody want to learn how to get out of jail? Well, while everybody else was laughing at this man, I wasn't. I walked right up to that man, sat at the table with that man with my notebook and my little pen, the little anti-weapon pen they give us that have your hands cramped up. And I sat in front of that man and copied all the notes that man told me about this Habeas Corpus thing. And then I ended up having to take that, piece it together, and do some research on it. And it led me to freeing myself out of a federal prison charge, y'all. And let me tell you, it's some educated, strong, powerful brothers that I know this information too. But one thing that made me different from these guys was not only have I been using it since I've been out and helping other people from going in or helping people get out, how about I got myself out of prison from inside of federal prison, y'all? Meaning that I actually done did these strategies before. Meaning that I studied this, read this, dwelt on this for multiple hundreds, thousands of hours in the law library. Then I started using the good old brain God made me and applying what I learned, and I got myself out. I had a guru that took interest in me because he seen my hard work and determination and my hood glow. He was a stone cold individual in prison for hella RICO charges. Man had 6 life sentences when I first met him, but before I left prison, we had collaborated and gave back 3 times life. So he got some more life sentences before I left. He got 3 life sentences left when I left him, but I'm sure he's still breaking them junks down. And if he ever need me, I got his back. His name is Mean Sly Green, Donald Green. You can go look him up. He's a celebrity from New York. They have a documentary about him on YouTube. Me and this man happened to be in the same law library together down in Florida, in the pen. And we was in there so long together without speaking to each other. We just started to notice each other and started talking. We started talking, and He seen that I was a rookie of the year with the knowledge and the wanting to learn and know and the studying, and he seen what I have done. I told him about how I beat some charges up to that point. And he was like, young man, come study with us. We the best that's doing it. Young man, come study with us. We can learn something from each other. He told me about Habeas. He told me about the Habeas Corpus after the Black Jesus dude told me about the Habeas Corpus. But I have to have a case law that strengthened my Habeas Corpus, or my Habeas Corpus will get shut down. And one day I found it. It was U.S. versus Simmons of how I got out. Now you can use his name, my name, and some other people's names since then, because we've been mashing the gas. I know I have on the paperwork around here. So let me get back to what I was talking about. But anyway, Habeas Corpus. It protects against unlawful imprisonment. It questions legality of your detention. It forces the government to justify holding you. If the detention is found to be unlawful, the court can order the person to be released, y'all. That's what happened to me. That's what I wanted to do, and that's what I want to do for you if that's what you want. This is what it do real quick. Make sure people aren't locked up without a valid reason. That's what a habeas corpus do. It allows prisoners to raise constitutional violations. That's what a habeas corpus do, y'all. Used a lot in post-conviction cases, especially state and federal court, y'all, meaning that if you done lost appeal before, if you lost 2 appeals before, and then after that second appeal, you know that Centauri, the Rena Centauri, they tell you that it's a 1% chance you're going to make it, and if you don't make it, it's over for you. Well, how about it's a habeas corpus, and you can use it, and let me bust it down some more for you. If you want it, baby, I'm going to give it to you. Example, Camario files a habeas corpus under 28 USC 2255. That's the science, that's the code for it. It's called it's titled 28 USC 2255. That's how you find it. That's where you learn where the cheat code at. This is the stuff they're not gonna tell you. This is the stuff that they say, boy, you crazy as hell going there talking about that crazy shit. But hey, it won for me, and it's winning for others. And I'm about to use it for anybody that want me to provide my services. Okay? So, let me tell you the difference between a 2241, a 2254, and a 2255. They are all habeas corpuses, but they all work differently, and they are all tools. And I'm about to bust it down to you like this. The 2241 is a general habeas corpus. It's when you are federal or in state custody. What is it used for? Federal and state prisoners, pretrial detainees, immigration detainees, and military prisoners. Let's move on. Used to challenge the execution of a sentence in the Bureau of Prisons on parole issues, good time credits, and conditions of confinement. Did you know you can challenge all that? When you was a prisoner in the DOC or in the BOP, did you know you can challenge all that all over again after you done already challenged it on your PSR, which is called, the PSR is a document they give you in the feds before you go to trial. It's called a pre-sentencing report. So let's get back to it. Detention without charges. That's what you can challenge with the 2241. Let's move on. 2255 is a habeas corpus. State prisoners, 2254, my fault. 2254, y'all. State prisoners challenge state convictions. What is it used for? State prisoners who are already in the state court of appeals and want federal review. So if you are being railroaded, for all my cats that's being railroaded in the state pen, boy, I met some of y'all. And boy, I tried to tell y'all that I knew what I was doing, but some of y'all laughed at me and said I was a scam. And I proved all y'all wrong. And I'm not gonna rub it in your face, bro. If you wanna reach out and pay for my services, I'll mash the gas for you, bro, and I won't step on your neck about it. Anyway, used to challenge state convictions or sentences for violating federal rights. That's what it's used for. Here are the requirements. You must exhaust all state remedies before you file this 2254 habeas corpus in federal court. So you must exhaust all your state remedies before you take it to federal court. Most people take it out of the state because they're getting railroaded in their state. Like North Carolina don't give a fuck about you. They'll railroad you. Take it out of that motherfucker, bruh. Go to a federal court. I think it's called Title 21 courts. But I'm not looking at my notes right now. I just got hella shit, like a encyclopedia in my brain, running through my brain at all times. So let's get back to it. There are very strict rules and deadlines, and you have a 1 year limit to put in a 2254 from the time that you done got charged. For example, a 2254 petition claiming that their public defender failed to investigate key evidence is an example of using a 2254. Let's move on. Who's it for? Who's this for? The 2255, the one I use to get out of my federal 922G charge, is for federal prisoners only, the 2255. The legality of federal conviction or sentence. It is used to challenge constitutional violations, ineffective assistance in counsel, illegal sentence, lack of jurisdiction. Filed. You file it in the clerk of court. I filed a 2255 motion saying that my lawyer didn't object to my unlawful firearm enhancements, for example. Let's get a quick comparison in before I hop off. All right, y'all. Quick comparison table. The 2241, federal state prisoners, sentence execution, pretrial custody, immigration, and parole. You file it where the prisoner is held at. That's how you get out of prison, state prison or federal prison with a 2241. You have to file it where you are held. That means you are held in prison. You have to file it from there, from the Middle District Court of that. All right, 2254, state prisoners only. Convictions and sentence under state law is what you can challenge. Federal court after you exhaust all state remedies. Don't go to that federal court, Title 21 court, before you exhaust all your state remedies. Let me explain what exhausting all state remedies mean. That you done went through all the court systems, like Court of Appeals, the Renaissance, Supreme Court. Once you did that, go to Fed. 2255 is for federal prisoners only. In this comparison, you will challenge convictions and sentences under federal law. You will file it in the citizen federal court that you're getting sentenced in. And that there, my friends, is the total breakdown of a habeas corpus. The legal term, the Latin term for you shall have the body. I hope you take this and whoop, wop, wop, them DAs and them judges. I got some more useful information coming. And boy, I ain't playing no motherfucking games. It's hard to fuck with a nigga like me in that courtroom. I'm the black James Bond that the black community don't know about. I'm the black James Bond. I'm talking shaking, not stirred in that bitch. You hear me? I have proof for my works. If you want to hire my services, feel free to reach out on my social media. I'm here as Kamario Palmer LLC on Facebook. I'm also Kamario Freeman on Facebook. Reach out through Messenger, and I'll reach back in a reasonable amount of time. I'm on Instagram a little bit. I just started hopping back on now. I'm Kamario Palmer LLC on Instagram. And on YouTube, I'm Kamario Palmer now. You can find me. They banned me off TikTok for a reason, y'all. I had 6,000 followers in a short amount of time. I know that's not much, but those was 6,000 organic followers, and they was all invested in me. If you need my services, if you need my teaching so that you can handle your own service and do it yourself, I am the pro se advocator. I'm a pretrial motion writer with successful written motions. I boast and brag that because that's my marketing. I have beat federal charges and state charges multiple for myself and other people, and I can do that for you. Reach out and we can see what we can do. Peace.